Let's go ahead and bring in Jennifer Tucker. She's the Executive Director for the West Bloomfield Parks Department. Great to have you with us. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Ronnie. Things are, I promise, will get better.
We so hope so. I will say, I think it was Sunday we woke up and it was a winter wonderland. And I live
Yes.
on the West Bloomfield Trail Network. And because I have this huge dog who likes to get up before the roosters, we were lucky enough to be like the first ones out on the trail behind our
Oh,
house. It was incredible. It's so beautiful. We forget sometimes to pause and look at Mother Nature.
oh, I tell you, in the trail, you can really forget that you are close to, a busy city. And that is really what our goal is we want everybody to be able to escape a little bit when they're in the parks or on the trail.
It was a great escape. With that, though, anything new? We haven't checked in with you and your team members in a couple weeks, and I know that while we were in the holidays, you guys never really take off. You had so many great programs going on. What's new for 2021?
Oh boy, we have on January 20th, our new offerings will become live for registration. And we have some really great things. As you know, in our certain times, we have adapted and grown and changed, and we're the masters of Plan B. So coming up, we have our many new programs coming up. Kids and teens cooking is coming. We're continuing yoga and Tai Chi. That will also be available in our virtual program. We have chocolate tasting. How can you not love that? It's right next to wine tasting, right? It's a similar concept. And participants actually get to taste chocolate, and then the group has conversation on a virtual media. So it's really, really kind of an innovative program. So rock painting also, seniors, we also are putting out a list to see if seniors would like to participate in something called Seniors Got Talent. And that would be really fun. We're hoping that we do get interest, and the participants have to have some kind of a talent that is about 3 minutes long, and they can get more information when our programs come live, and check it out. Something that's really big still right now, and I'm so happy that people are getting outside, is we have so many different hikes. Snowshoe with your sweeties coming back. We have Mommy and Me hikes. We have Salamander Meander coming up in the spring. Also, the outdoor adventures play area is going to be open. We have new hours for that coming up. So there's so many different new things that we're going to be doing. Also continuing with our Buddy Trail egg hunt. That's going to be a little different, and it's going to be, of course, less people. It's our COVID version, but we are doing everything we can to get people out and engaged and stay healthy and happy. So that's really our goals. So we have a lot of really neat things coming up.
So Jennifer, how far out are you planning to remain under the COVID restrictions? Is this something that you're thinking is going to still be around, even with the vaccine, into your summer month planning as well?
Yes. So typically we plan a year out. Now we all know that isn't even possible right now. So this is also why we've gone to a virtual catalog of programs, because we do have to be able to change at a blink of an eye. So this is about 3 months worth of programming that we will put out, and then we're planning on a summer guide. But of course, just like everybody else, we have to see what happens, and so we're really trying to be flexible and kind of go with whatever this year brings us.
Jennifer Tucker with us here on the MegaCast. She's the Executive Director for the West Bloomfield Parks Department. I love the snowshoe with your sweetie, but one thing that's always been around is sledding. And we did have that snowfall, so we have to be under COVID restrictions. At least we can get outdoors. So Mother Nature, can we maybe get a little bit more snow?
Well, I hope so, because currently our sled hills are closed. That first day that we had snow, we had so many people come out that the snow literally has disappeared on our sled hills. So as soon as we get some participation precipitation that is in snow form, we will open those up. But yeah, currently, unfortunately, they are closed. So we're hoping that it comes soon.
So with that, I will say, because I saw the posting, I a Facebook friend with you or with the Parks Department. And so I know you guys are really good about updating your social media to let people know what's coming up and what's going on. When you're talking about some of these events, we have been trying to get tickets to Glenmore Trails and their light show. They had been sold out. So how does that work over there at the West Bloomfield Parks Department with some of these events going on? Do you have to try to get tickets and probably try to get them pretty early?
Definitely. Everything that we have been doing is selling out. And so, yeah, definitely take a look at it January 20th, see what you would like to do. And I would encourage people to register as early as they can.
So with that, Jennifer, too, good thing and bad thing about wintertime is because here in the state of Michigan, we're used to the wintertime. It's about getting out and enjoying the weather, skiing, things of that nature. But also, how does nature change in the winter months?
Well, that's a great question. So obviously it changes many things. Well, this year we've actually had some pretty mild winters in the past, and a lot of things will change due to that, meaning everything from the growth of the vegetation to how we maintain and manage things. So it is amazing how we go from no snow and 40 degrees and right to it's actually freezing out here right now. So, but yes, so it definitely and it impacts how we do things and manage. And it's hard to get. I hate to say it, we have a little bit of a climate bias. We like to be inside and warm, and I can't really blame people. But we're trying to break through some of those barriers.
So we are 10 months into this pandemic. This is also kind of your first winter season during the pandemic. So what is the thought process and in the planning and how to go about trying to entice people to get outdoors and not stay cooped up inside?
I got to tell you, one of the great things that we have come up with, staff is brilliant, and we have actually invested in something called a transmitter. And people can come and our seniors in particular, can come and do bingo and trivia while sitting in their cars. And they tune to the radio station that the transmitter allows. And lo and behold, they're still warm, but they're still out with their friends. And also food. Food is always a good thing to offer. A lot of those programs have lunch included. So it's a great way to get somebody out and kind of re-engaged, but also being able to, stay safe at the same time.
So Jennifer, how does it work? Do you have equipment rental or do people need to bring their own equipment?
Nope, they just show up in their car. We give them a radio station and they tune their dial into that radio station, and they actually can hear our staff through their radio. It's fantastic.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your staff and how they've been able to manage changing so many things during this trying time for your, the Parks Department, but all of us as well?
Oh my goodness. Yes. So as you, I'm sure, are aware of and have met many, our staff is fantastic. The way that they have been able to chameleon through this situation. In granted, we planned and had a brochure out and a whole year's worth of planning went away in about a month. So we weren't going to be able to do. So to take that and then to reinvent all of these things that we have never done before and just work with it on the fly, and just they are so committed to the residents to make this, West Bloomfield a fantastic place to live. So I can't say enough about our staff. Our park staff has been working through this the entire time. Obviously, our office staff, we do work some from home, but we can't stay away. It is hard to stay away. So I can't tell you, the commission is so supportive, and the staff has just been great through this whole situation. So I can't commend them enough.
So with that, just another minute or two with you here on the MegaCast, and before we let you go, but when we go back to some of the other events, I believe in the past there has been like cross-country skiing. I know that we typically see people skiing behind us here on the trail, but you mentioned the snowshoe skiing for the Sweethearts. Are those organized events where people can rent equipment, or do they need to bring their own equipment?
So we do have snowshoes available. We do have organized events, but if you want to just come out and try snowshoeing, give us a call at the Recreation Activity Center. That phone number is 248-451-1900. And you can actually rent snowshoes from us. All we need is a driver's license, and I think it's $6 for 2 hours. So that it kind of gets you an idea if you enjoy it. And and we have all different size snowshoes. So you don't have to own anything. We can provide it.
Well, the good thing about that too is you can try it and test it before you actually go out and invest in some of these snowshoes yourself as well.
For sure. That is that's a great point. And they can be pricey.
Jennifer Tucker, we're here with us on the MegaCast. She is the Executive Director for the West Bloomfield Parks Department. Jennifer, anything we didn't touch on that you want to share with the listeners and viewers?
The only thing I was going to say is you'll see our park staff out doing some tree work this time of year. We also do a innovative way of snow and ice treatment with beet juice, and it's a mixture of beet juice and salt. It does look like somebody spilled their Coca-Cola on the ground, but I assure you that is not what it is. So it actually is more environmentally friendly. It actually is very efficient in the way that it does snow and ice removal. So in case you're in the park and you see this, it is not oil. It's not some foreign substance. We do this on purpose, and it's better for the environment.
How many phone calls do you get about that?
It's funny. Until we started adding peppermint oil to it to kind of take the smell away, we used to get many more. But now I think people are getting used to it, and they see our trucks out spraying it, so it's not quite as a pondery for most. So.
Well, it's great to have you with us, and that is a good reminder because so many of us do enjoy the parks at this point in time, and I know especially when we get some snowfall, it's a great way to get out and get some exercise. So good information to know. Jennifer Tucker with us here. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Ronnie. Have a great day.
You too, and Happy New Year to you and your entire team over there at the West Bloomfield Parks Department.
The same to you.